$256,000. That's the median pay across 274 AI engineer job postings that publish their salary. Not a guru's promise. The actual number written inside the postings. This week, I scraped 1,302 AI engineer openings from 91 companies: OpenAI, Anthropic, Databricks, Waymo, and counted every skill they ask for. 62% never mention a college degree. Not once. So, this video is the thing those postings describe: a 6-month roadmap to an AI engineer job built from what employers are actually paying for, not what a curriculum committee decided 3 years ago. Quick honesty pass, because a roadmap is only as good as its data. These aren't handpicked listings. I pulled every open AI and machine learning engineering role straight from the public career APIs of 91 companies, from the frontier labs down to startups you haven't heard of yet. 274 of the US postings disclose exact pay bands. The median band runs $200,000 to $300,000. And yes, this sample skews toward serious AI companies. That's the point. This is what the jobs you actually want are asking for, with every posting linked in the free kit so you can check me. Now, here's the finding that should make somebody at every university very uncomfortable. TensorFlow, the framework entire degree programs are built around, shows up in 10% of postings. Computer vision, 7%. Classical machine learning, 11. Now look at the other column. Working with frontier model APIs, 59%. AI agents, 48%. Almost half of every AI engineering job on Earth right now involves building agents. And it outdemands PyTorch, TensorFlow, and computer vision combined. Oh, and prompt engineering, the thing they sold $10,000 courses about, 11% and falling. The market flipped and the curriculum didn't. That gap is your opening. So here's the plan. Ordered by what the market pays for, not by tradition. Month 1, Python and SQL, the entry ticket. Month 2, frontier model, APIs, the 59% skill. Month 3, retrieval, teaching AI your data. Month 4, agents, the 48% skill, and the heart of this whole roadmap. Month 5, evals and production discipline, the skill almost nobody teaches, which is exactly why it gets you hired. Month 6, you ship and you package the proof. 6 months, every resource free, and the week by week version with every link is waiting at the end. Month 1, Python is in 58% of postings, SQL and data work in a third. But here the good news: you are not spending a year on fundamentals. You need 6 weeks of focused reps. Harvard's CS50 Python course is completely free and takes about 40 hours. That's weeks 1 through 4. Then SQL Bolt for a week of hands-on queries. And here's the modern cheat. You learn with an AI assistant beside you, asking it to explain every error you hit. By the end of month 1, you ship one small, real thing: a script that pulls data from an API and answers one question you actually care about. Not a certificate, a thing that runs. Month 2. This is the 59% skill: building with frontier model APIs. This is where most self-taught paths go wrong. They detour into training models from scratch. The jobs don't want that. 770 postings want engineers who can take a frontier model, call it through an API, and make it do real work. Structured outputs, tool calling, streaming, handling the weird 10% of responses. The official docs from Anthropic and OpenAI are free and genuinely good now. And the short courses on deeplearning.ai cost nothing. Your ship for month 2. A command line assistant that does one real job end to end. Reads your email, triages your files, drafts your reports. One job done properly. Month 3, retrieval, RAG, embeddings, vector search. 1 in 4 postings asks for it by name because every company has the same problem. a mountain of private documents the model has never seen. The pattern is simpler than the jargon. Turn documents into embeddings, store them, find the relevant ones, hand them to the model before it answers. That's it. An open book exam instead of a memory test. Free stack, Chroma runs on your laptop, Postgres with PG Vector when you want to look professional, and the free retrieval courses on deeplearning.ai. Month 3 ship, question answering over a real document pile. Your notes, a code base, 100 PDFs with answers that cite their sources. If this just saved you $80,000 in tuition, that's every video here. Subscribe free or tap join or the supporter button on Facebook. Month 4. Month 4. Agents. 626 of the 1300 postings. 48%. And it's the single biggest technical skill in the entire dataset. An agent is not a chatbot. A chatbot answers, an agent plans, uses tools, checks its own work, and keeps going until the job is done. The companies posting these roles, including the ones paying $500,000, are all building the same thing. Systems where a model does multi-step work with real tools. The two best resources are free: Anthropic's guide on building effective agents and Hugging Face's full agents course. Your month 4 ship is the centerpiece of your portfolio. An agent that takes a goal, breaks it into steps, calls real tools, and recovers when a step fails. Build it raw first, loop, tools, no framework, because that's exactly what interviewers probe. Month 5 is the secret weapon, so listen closely. Evals. 392 postings, 30%. Ask for AI evaluation skills. And I could not find a single mainstream course that teaches it properly. Here's why companies are desperate for it. Everyone can make an AI demo that works once. Almost nobody can prove it works 1,000 times. And eval is that proof. A test suite for model behavior. Take your month 4 agent. Write 50 test cases. Score every change against them. And wire it into continuous integration. Like the grown-up engineer the posting is describing. Production discipline shows up in 30% of postings too. When you say, here's my agent, here's its eval suite, here's the score before and after my last change, you have just out-interviewed almost every applicant with a master's degree. This 1 month is the highest paid gap in the market. Month 6, you make it real and you make it public. Deployment shows up across a fifth of postings. Docker to package your agent. One cloud platform to serve it. Logging, so you can see what it did overnight. Free routes the whole way. And now the objection you've been holding. Postings ask for years of experience. The median ask in my data is 5. Here's what that misses. 63% of these titles are not senior roles. Entry doors start around 130,000. And a deployed agent with an eval suite and a write-up is experience. It's just experience. Nobody handed you a badge for. You walk in with receipts. Here's the system. Here's the eval score. Here's it running. That beats a resume line every single time. Let's look at the money board one more time because these are real postings you can click. Median band, 200 to 300,000. Strip out every senior and staff title. And the median midpoint is still 250,000. The ceiling? OpenAI has a posting that tops out at $585,000. And the one I keep coming back to, 106 postings, paying over $250,000. Never mention a degree at all. The gate you thought was there, 4 years and $80,000 of tuition, is simply not written in the postings. What's written is a skill list, and you just got it in priority order. So here's what starting looks like tonight, not someday. Tonight, open Harvard's CS50 Python Lecture 0. Free. No sign-up drama. This week, finish 2 lectures and write your first script with an AI assistant explaining every error. This month, complete month 1 and ship that first data script. Then just follow the ladder. APIs, retrieval, agents, evals, deploy. 1 skill per month, 1 shipped artifact per month, 6 artifacts in 6 months. That's not a certificate wall. That's a portfolio that matches, line for line, what 1,300 postings say they'll pay for. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. I've packed this whole plan into a free kit. The week by week version of all 6 months, 24 weeks. Every week with one free resource and one thing to ship. The salary receipts with the actual posting links. And the full skills demand table from all 1,302 postings. Comment the word 250K and my bot sends it to you. Or grab it directly at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/250K. If you're starting from zero, my 4 step-by-step beginner guides are linked below. The complete Claude Code Guide, the OpenAI Codex Guide, the Claude Cowork Sales Guide, and the Claude Certified Architect Prep Kit. Follow on Instagram and Facebook for the daily cuts. 6 months from tonight, you could be reading these postings as a candidate instead of a spectator. Start with Lecture 0.